Hey guys, Rook Knight here. Thanks for joining me. Wanted to talk to you about auto jigglers. They are really cool. At least they can be, except for if you buy them off of Amazon. And a picture here up close of the product I received. They're pretty much junk. I don't know if they're stamped out or what, but the stamp must be dull. But they came out almost hardly any shape. They look like shit. To be honest, but I thought it would be fun to try to shape them myself and try to maybe even improve upon the shapes of the different jigglers. So I have a little bit of a montage to go through and just show you some of the stuff I did and I don't know, walk through it a little bit, talk about it. But thought it was interesting. Maybe you guys would too. So without any further ado, let's go to that. All right, some of the tools we have, of course, we're using the jigglers from Amazon, and we have a knockoff Dremel brand. Works pretty good though. I have some different bits, varying sizes and shapes and that. I'm not even sure if they're for this type of metal, but you know what, you make do. It's what I had on hand, so, and it worked, so that's all that matters. But I have a old knife holder that would to sharpen knives, and that's what I'm holding the keys in. It locks them in place pretty well, so I'm just going back and forth, dipping in the water to cool it down. I don't want to overheat the spring steel and make them weak. So that's really important, to be having a water to cool down the metal as you're heating it up. And just basically running through trying to improve on the original design of the jiggler, or trying to add some extra dips in that and cuts inside the key just to try them out on different wafer locks basically. So I'm also shrinking them a little bit too, because I have an original set already of auto jigglers, so I thought I would make another set for, to look completely different, just to try. Why not? But here's a little kind of montage through it, and I'll shut up for a little bit, let you watch it, and we'll come back at different points. All right, so here we start switching over to some files, trying to just clean up any burrs and get a little bit maybe deeper cuts in there. The file works really nice after you have a little bit of a cut already from the Dremel, and just cleaning any burrs, like I said, and making it look pretty basically. A little bit more with the sandpaper back and forth too, going back to the Dremel with the sanding disc, and just trying to basically just freehand some jigglers, making them a little smaller, like I said, and a little bit newer design, or a homemade design, whatever you want to call it. But just having a little bit of fun basically. I really enjoy working with my hands, and this brings me joy, and I thought maybe somebody else would enjoy watching it. But here we go. At this point, I'm switching over to sandpaper, just getting any of those scratches I might have got off the face of the key, and gonna go to final polish at the end. All right, we're back to the Dremel with a polishing, buffering wheel, whatever you want to call it, and we got some metal polish there, and we're gonna go through the different grades to polish the keys up. It's kind of silly to polish them at this point, because you're going to be sticking them into locks and they're going to get scratched up, but I don't know, I like to see a finished product. Whether they get damaged 5 seconds later, I don't really care. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I think it looks cool, and definitely improves them from what they looked like originally. And you can see here, I still am dipping them in water to cool them down, because this does produce a lot of heat, and I don't want to get them too hot with the buffing. All right, so after I finished all that up and I know some of you might say it's kind of crazy to be doing that. You might as well just spend the money and get the original ones, and that's fine, but I really enjoy making things with my hands. It keeps me occupied and gives me something to do. But here's the finished product of the kind of homemade jigglers. Some are similar on style, but just a little bit different than the normal ones you get. And I figured this basically makes a whole brand new set. So I do have the originals, like ones that you would get for that come correctly. So you can see the differences here. Oh, if I can get them to spread out. There we go. So you can kind of see, well, if I switch them around, actually I kept them organized so they can see. You can see the differences here. Every one kind of is just a little different than how they were supposed to come. So this is what they're supposed to look like, and these are what I turned them into. It basically is an alternative set, so it just doubles my set. Now I can try these many. These also are smaller, so they actually work really good on things like wafer locks and stuff. So here we have a wafer lock. Just do a quick demo on them. We'll try this one. There we go, and it turns. I like putting them on a Chicago screw. It turns all the other keys into a handle, so then you can jiggle and turn. You know, they come on rings and stuff, but I just personally like the Chicago screw idea better. Just being able to jiggle and have that turn with the handle. It turns it into a handle, and I make them loose so they can jiggle. But all right, guys, that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed the quick little montage and showing you some of the stuff the work I put into it. But I don't know. I think it was fun. Thought it was interesting. Maybe give you guys something to do. Some of you guys like-minded, like me, like making weird stuff. But to kind of improve on the jiggler keys, they really are amazing. I don't have many wafer locks, but just about every wafer lock I own, that's probably about 10 I was able to pop through with them. They're really neat. I'm gonna have to try maybe my car. I know they don't work on all cars, but all right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for checking it out. Catch you on the flip side.